Hello, people. Good day to you. It's Tuesday, the 21st of July, 2020. And I want to tell you, this is the War on Stupidity channel that I'm doing this video for, but I'm going to share it to some other places that I post, like Brighteon, BRIGHTEON.com, under the channel name, all lowercase letters is fine, WES, and then Truther, TRUTHER, one word, WESTRUTHER. And under the channel name of Wesley Thompson on YouTube. And I see, when I first got my name on YouTube, Wesley Thompson, it has increased by, I can't even count the number of other Wesley Thompsons there is on YouTube now. Even some of them are women. Government hires people to steal your identity legally. But YouTube is not supposed to be giving these other people the same channel name as my channel name. So that is a conspiracy. And if any of y'all can't see what I'm saying, how many Wesley Thompson YouTube channels is there? You put Wesley Thompson into the search bar, you're going to see a friggin' bunch of them, and that should be against the rules, the guidelines, and the policies of YouTube to allow multiple channels with the same name. And YouTube, here is your sign, baby. And any of you MFers out there who want to argue the point that I'm making, you know your sign. That's my email. You know your sign at gmaildotcom. And I can't post links. They deleted 15 or 16, maybe more, of my comments that I tried to put on one single video that I uploaded today, the 21st of July, called Hunter, or Hunters. I didn't make the video, but the video is outstanding. It's got some pretty daggone good stuff in it, just like a video that I uploaded has to do with the Earth and the electromagnetic force field dome above us and how it produces electricity. You should really watch that video. I know that a lot of you folks say, oh, I want to be your friend, and I watch your video. I'm so glad to see you back. Now, I know that some of y'all are telling the truth. But folks, when I take a look at the stats and I see I'm limited to 15-minute videos, I have a hard time. I need to get a timer from eBay or something, but it's going to click, and you're going to hear it clicking. Then it will alarm me, let me know I'm fixing to go over 15 minutes. I'm getting close to 15 minutes, so I have to shut the video down. And I know that I'm ranting and I'm going on, but y'all need to hear where I'm coming from. How would you feel if you had 12 years of your research and over 6,000 places that you had individually published some of your work, or some of your work that you refer, that you support, you recommend for other people to look at, even though it's not mine, but over 6,000 to different websites across the web? How would y'all feel if that happened to you? How would you feel if your stuff is stolen from your computer? If comments, I tried to make 16 or 17 comments on that Hunters video today, and YouTube wiped them all out. I would close the page out, come back, they were gone. So I know they're blocking y'all's also. Now I'm going to start putting the links to my other channels where I post in the description. So you folks need to read the description. Sometimes it's going to be you're going to wish it's not going to be important to you, but other times it's going to have information in it. I say read the description of every video you look at before you look at it. That's just something that I do. I want to mention something about it's clones that go to jail, not the real crooks when you got money. The average view duration of my 15-minute videos is around 3.5 minutes. So some of you people that say that you love my shit, you're not telling the truth. And I know the government hires people to say, hey, Wes, you're doing a great job. And then people could give a fuck less about me or anything I say. They already know the truth about shit. Just like all these people that work for all of these utility companies and work for the communication companies, work in the food and the economic divisions of the environment. These people are not your friends. They work for the people who are fucking you. Support your troops. Facebook, that's the biggest dumbass collection of fucking dumbasses I've ever seen in my life. Support your troops. I got some stuff to say in these 2 or 3 videos that I'm fixing to do about troops. I'm a veteran, but I'm telling you something. I've learned a little bit since I was a dumb, stupid-ass kid for whatever reasons, power tripping, adrenaline, whatever, to go into the military and to join. Anybody joins the military today, I'm going to tell you the truth. You do not want to come and stand in front of me where I fucking live and start bragging about the fucking military. I guarantee you don't want to do that. And the law enforcement, you don't want to come and brag to me about any motherfucking thing that y'all do because y'all allow all this other shit to go on. And the cops that I have befriended and got to talking to, they said that they can't touch these upper criminals because it's out of their jurisdiction. The law should not have any jurisdiction. So don't none of y'all come and tell me how fucking good you or your goddamn occult bunch of lizard worshipping motherfucking organizations are. Don't get in my face and talk that shit to me. That'll be the day that I will die. I will die. Ever think about how much money is made from book sales? Bibles are the biggest sellers of just about all time, and at an average cost of the cheapies, the little paperbacks, is $14 to $20. The hard covers, they start at $20 and go on up. And an estimated, the cheapest one that's sold, it's a book about adult fairy tales. It's got a whole lot of fairy tales in it. It's got a lot of shit that's been twisted and turned around. And I feel sorry for the ones who might be interested in what makes me say that, or where do I get information from that makes me think that way. Well, I have plenty of stored information about it. If you get in touch with me, unoyoursign at gmail.com and tell me what information you're looking for. If I got it, I'll share it with you. I might have to cut a video into 2 or 3 parts to get it into the email, but I'll get it to you some kind of way. Amazon has changed the price of the Bible over 100 times in 5 years. Still a big, big seller. If all types were average, it would be around $40 for the least expensive ones, if all types of Bibles were averaged together. And the study and the teaching books are expensive. They go on up 100 or more than 100. I have 2 study Bibles. I paid around $100 for both of them. Not both of them together, both of them individually. And folks, I got dictionaries and encyclopedias. I got a lot of stuff. It's not that I am without a little knowledge of what the Bible says, but I also have some other knowledge that is related to a whole lot that's in that Bible, that should be written in the Bible to help keep everybody's thought process straight. The book says straight and narrow. How can you have a thought process that's straight and narrow if you're not getting the whole truth? Good question. India's richest man is all set up, and he's conquering 5G with a $4.5 billion push from Google. July 15th, 2020. Quartz, India. Mukesh, M-U-K-E-S-H, Ambani, A-M-B-A-N-I, said his telecom venture, JIO Platforms, J-I-O Platforms, has developed a 5G solution which will be deployed next year to launch a world-class 5G service in India. And this came out when he addressed the Reliance Industries annual meeting on July 15, 2020. JIO Platforms is the first Indian telecom firm to have 5G. Can you say Trump? He just made his little trip to India over there. J.P. Morgan is involved. Folks, if you've watched some of my videos, and if I keep posting videos, I'm going to put some old ones up and make some new ones about 5G and the COVID-19 and all these dust masks that everybody's wearing, thinking that's going to stop a fucking toxin. That's going to stop germs. They're a fucking dust mask. And all these stupid people running around wearing them masks, y'all are a bunch of little trained circus monkeys. And I have respect. As a matter of fact, I have more respect for circus monkeys than I do humans wearing them fucking dust masks. And Scout's honor. I have more respect for circus monkeys than humans running around wearing fucking dust masks because they listen to the news or Fauci and listen to people who are saying, look, Trump ain't the greatest guy in the world, but he's certainly better than Hillary Clinton, and if she wins the election, she'll be murdered. She'll be assassinated. She will have been elected in a year ending in a 0. She'll be the 9th one. She'll get assassinated. Her clone will get assassinated, and she'll retire. The Guinness Book of World Records say that over 5 billion Bibles have been printed since 1450. Just Bibles only. Over 5 billion. Study reference dictionaries, encyclopedias, and the Septuagint series, they're not included in that 5 billion. That's big business. Selling Jesus. Big business. One Amplified Holy Bible Thumb Index costs $637. One book. It's an Amplified Holy Bible Thumb Index. Got the little finger dents in it. The NIV Outreach Study Bible's $128. The ESV Study Bible, that's an inexpensive $45. KJV Classic Bibles, those are over $100, $115, $120. Study Bibles and Chain Reference Bibles, they're $75 to way over $100. I have some Chain Reference and Study Bibles. Okay, moving on. In Kanchenjunga Mountains, KANGCHENJUNGA Mountains, there's a Hemas Monastery, HEMIS. There's over 6,000 monasteries in the area of Tibet in India. I did a video about Caesarean. There's a man named Nicholas Notovich. He published a book called The Unknown Life of Jesus in 1887. And I contacted Pitt's Theology Library and asked them some questions about the dog, J. Archibald Douglas, who tried to discredit Notovich's book, and a second author. And these two separate authors traveled to Hamas and translated the papaya rolls and found out about everybody who had ever come and stayed at that monastery, the Buddhist and Hindu monastery. And that's where Caesarean spent about 16 years, 16 or 17, somewhere around 16 years, spent at that monastery. And that is a time in Caesarean's life that isn't anything in the Bible written about it. That's a question right there. Everybody says, well, where was Jesus at for the 16 or 17 years? The most renowned name and man of all time, and missing. He supposedly was only lived to be 34, but that's a lie. He married his half-sister Celine, who changed her name to Mary Magdalene, and they had some kids. They went on the low. Too bad they didn't have clones back then. He'd still been running around and had his private life too. But Pitt's Theology wouldn't even respond to my question. But there was two different authors who traveled to that monastery and deciphered and translated those books. So their books were true. Coming back to the second part.